What's up? This is the War Dog. Hit the comic book shop today, picked up some books, managed to read 4 of them today, and I wanted to do a quick little review because I enjoyed them all. They were the 4 that I read, they were pretty good, and I'm glad that I picked them up. First up is Web of Venom, Cult of Carnage. I'm a fan of Carnage. I mean, I think most people are. He's a cool character. The cover A really drew me in. I thought it was pretty sweet. There are some other covers, but my shop didn't have them. As you know, I read the story. I thought the story was pretty entertaining. It's kind of a detective story. It's got Misty Knight and John Jameson, who's also the Man-Wolf, and they're kind of investigating why people in this town have their spines ripped out. So most of the story is them investigating this, and then it gets to the end, and they break into this church, which is the Church of Null. If you don't know who Null is the god of the symbiotes, or symbiotes, whatever you want to call it. The last 3 or 4 pages, I think it kind of like does a flashback, and it shows Carnage and some other characters that are pretty sweet. It really is a good lead into this whole event that Donny Cates is talking about with Carnage kind of taking stuff over. I know people are probably sick of the whole Venomized and symbiotes and all of that stuff, but I thought this was pretty good, and I'm looking forward to reading more of this story. I would give this one a 4 out of 5, and for the story alone and the cover, I would probably pick this one up. Second book that I read was Detective Comics 1001, and if you're not aware, in Detective Comics 1000, Arkham Knight becomes a part of the continuing story. I think he was kind of like a side story related to the games in the past. He is now a part of the continuity. This story, there's a whole bunch of bats dying. Batman's kind of investigating what's happening, and then all of a sudden he's fighting all these knights, and at the very end, Arkham Knight pops up. It was pretty cool. It was one of those endings that make you think like, oh, what's going to happen in the next book? So, I mean, that book I would also give a 4 out of 5. I thought it was pretty sweet. It's also got some pretty sweet covers. The next one is Superman number 10. I am really digging the Superman story. I read Superman 10 and I got to the end, and I read it online, and I see some of the comments that people make, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people are digging it too much. But I got into it on Superman number 7, and everyone has been pretty darn good, pretty darn entertaining. I can't wait for the next one to see what's happening. Same thing with this one. It was pretty good story. Artwork's, I'm not like the greatest judge of artwork, but artwork was satisfying to me. So this one too, I'd give a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. The 3 books that I just talked about, I would definitely pick them up if you like stories, and it's the way I feel about those. What can I say? The last one was a book, I think it's by Boom Comics. It's called Faithless, and it's written by Azzarello. And I think that's how you pronounce his name, Azzarello. He's also responsible for Batman Damned. And that book was... the story was kind of weird. And if you read Batman Damned, I mean, Azzarello's story in that book is a little bit weird too. But it was just entertaining enough, in my opinion, to keep me interested. And then it got to the end. The very last scene kind of, once again, kind of captures you and says, oh, what's going to happen in the next book? There is a little bit of nudity in this book. There's a little woman on woman at the end. If you like that stuff, then you're gonna enjoy the end of this book. It wasn't that bad. I would give that one a 3.5 out of 5. It does have some potential, I think, and I am interested to see what book 2 holds. So there you go. I mean, there's my quick little review on that. Hopefully this wasn't a waste of your time. You know, to me, when I watch a review, I guess the thing that I'm most interested in trying to find out is, should I buy this book or not? You know, I would say, like, out of those 4 books, that just for the story alone, they're probably worth buying and checking out. The Faithless one, if there was one that out of the 4 that I would maybe leave, Faithless would be the one. But there is a Bermejo cover C for that Faithless book, and Bermejo and Azzarello do the Batman Damned, so that's kind of cool, and it's like a first. So you never know, there might be, you know how things are. I mean, somebody says they like it, and all of a sudden everybody's scrambling and going to eBay and trying to buy the book for like $80 and stuff like that. So there you go. There's what I got for you. Hope you enjoyed this. Peace out.